Alrighty, welcome to this tutorial. In this video, we're going to talk about the profile up here that you can mess around with. So right now I'm in the home page. I just logged in. I have all my courses here. I can come over here to my name and click on it. And there's a couple things of what I can do that are pretty great. This first thing is view as student. What that's going to do is if I click on it, it's going to show basically how a student would view everything. So if I am now Dave Kidd student, right? And now if I go into these courses, I would see the course the way the student does. And this is very helpful. So when you make all these changes and you're not exactly sure how they're going to affect the students, you're able to go into there, do view as student, right? And then go into the course that you want to mess around with and see what has happened on all the different changes that you've done. Then you're able to see what it looks like for them. It's a really cool feature that Brightspace has there. And then once you're done doing what you're doing, you can just click on the little X and it's going to take you back out as the instructor. Okay, so I'm going to head back to classic homepage because that's kind of my favorite. I don't know, I like that layout a little bit better. Okay, now we're going to click up here and do profile. Okay, and this is where you can just start putting information about yourself in here that pretty sure is viewable to other people. So if the student wants to learn more about you, they can go to your profile and they can see your picture. So you can put a picture in there of yourself. Okay, my nickname, Dave. I don't go by David. I was born in Idaho Falls. Homepage, if you have a website you want students to be able to see, you can put that in there. Now, the rest of this is just kind of up to you. If you're big on Facebook and you want students to be able to see your Facebook and what you do, or maybe you have an Art Institute Facebook page, you can throw it in there. Same with Google. Same with your LinkedIn, same with your Twitter, if you just want to put these in there so students can access them and see you as a professional outside the class on these social networking sites. Contact info, you can put your address in there. Me personally, I'm not going to. I don't want students to know where I live. I don't really want anyone to know where I live, to be honest. Home phone, it all just depends on what you want to put in here. The business phone, yeah, that's the phone number that I give to students, so that one's fine. So again, it's just all the information that you want to put in there. Okay, if you want to put in your work history, your education history, that's fine. Your birthday, tagline, like web designer extraordinaire, I don't know, whatever, interest, hobbies. Maybe you want to let people know what you do outside of the class. And that's a good way to hook up and make make those contacts and those connections with students. So this is all just kind of personal stuff. So interest, hobbies, your favorite music, books, TV shows, and so forth. Any future goals that you may have, and then your most memorable learning experience. So if you want students and people on here to be able to learn more about you, you can put all these things here. That's kind of the point of this profile, is just so people can get to learn to know you a little bit better as a person. Okay, and if you want a picture up there, hit change picture. Okay, and then you can just hit upload, look for the picture on your computer, or if you have it in a folder, you can just click and drag it into here, and then that will put your headshot in there. And so once you do that, your picture will show up here and all the different areas that your name shows up in the system. Okay, next one's notifications. So all notifications from Brightspace are going to be sent to my AI address, which is fine. That's what I want. If you want to be able to receive text and things like that, you can put in your mobile number. Okay, you can get daily summary emails that are going on in your courses. That's if you have a bunch of discussions going on or just all the different things that happen in the course. If you want to get a summary sent to you daily, you can. Okay, I personally don't, because I just don't want to get inundated with emails here. Now this I really like this section. This is kind of telling you all the different things that happen in courses, and then if you want to be notified about them. So when you create an announcement, if the announcement is updated, you can get emailed or texted. If you create a new announcement, you can get emails or texts when that happens. Okay, and a lot of these, to be honest, are not really good for us, but they're good for students. Like Students probably want to know when we update an announcement just so they know what the update was. When we post a new announcement, they're probably going to want to know. And the cool thing here is you can get emailed or text, either way. So when you set up the calendar and set up due dates for your assignments, it'll let people know when it's 2 days away for the due date. Not to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what this is, but I guess when you add content to the learning path, that might be, oh, you know what? Hold on here. When you go into a class, I'm just going to hop into my class real quick. There's this thing called the learning path. So when you click on it, this is basically the class. This is where, you'll have week 1, week 2, week 3, whatever, all your different assignments and such. So when we go back to those notifications, this is basically saying whenever there's content added. So whenever you add something to the course, you can have the students be notified when that happens. If you set up discussions, they can be notified when there's posts. ePortfolio is something that I don't know if we'll ever cover. This is more an advanced topic, maybe down the line a little bit, but it's just an area where people can put in their work and such. But you can have notifications be sent out when that happens. When you grade things, they can be notified, quiz due dates, and so forth. Anyways, you can say how you want your notifications to be sent. If you want past courses to be sent, if they want to allow them to send you notifications, you can. Future courses, inactive courses, whatever you want. And then you can exclude some of the courses. Maybe you're getting just too many emails from one and you just want to exclude that. But like I said, a lot of this is more geared towards students than it is for us. Okay, account settings is where you can change your password. You can decide how big you want the font to be inside of Brightspace. Dialog settings, so just certain pop-ups, other windows of information, you can set them up to be pop-ups or dialogues. I'd probably keep it at dialogues just because pop-ups can be blocked inside of browsers. And then you can get important information not showing up. HTML, if you know anybody of HTML, it's a web design language. You're able to go in there and play around with the HTML, add images and such if you want. Iframes to put in videos in your posts, certain things like that. But if for some reason you don't want it, and I'd recommend to keep it on, but if you don't like HTML and you're never going to use it, you can turn it off. But I haven't seen any way how it's going to hurt if you keep it on. Okay, you can check when things are red. So you can automatically check them as the page scrolls if you want. Again, this is more kind of a student thing. You are able to record quick video snippets and audio snippets inside of Brightspace. So you can optimize the video for these assistive technologies. To be honest, I haven't played around with this one a whole lot, but it's there. But I haven't checked that and probably won't. If I need captions or something like that, I can put videos in YouTube and I can set them up over there. Okay, we are English, United States. Okay, and the clock, I just want it to be a 12-hour clock. You can change it if you want, 24-hour. First day of the week, I'm good with Sunday. I want it to be month, day, and year. Number format, I mean, this is mainly if we were across seas and things were different. Some places the day is shown before the month, but this is kind of how we do it in the good old United States over here. Percentage format, there's a bunch of different stuff that you probably won't ever touch. Okay, the time zone though, you want to make sure that you set. Okay, because if you don't, it can mess up with your due dates and your due times and such. It can get an hour or even more than an hour off. So we are in the Americas, and we are the time zone United States, Chicago. Okay, there's a ton of options. Okay, so you just want to go down until you start seeing the United States, and we're in Chicago, which is Central Time. Okay, when you're signed in, if you want to be shown as signed in to your students, you can do that, or if you want to appear offline even though you're signed in. You can do that. Yeah, obviously you're probably going to want to have this one just so you're always online, because the students do have the ability to instant message you when you're signed in. But if you're signed in working and you don't want to be messed with or bothered, or you're doing something intense or whatever, you can appear offline. And the rest of that we don't really need to talk about. So, okay, yeah, that's, oh, wait, we got discussions over here. Okay, this is discussions. Like if you create discussions in your courses, these are going to be the options that control that. So if you want to include original post and reply, you can always have that be there. Display the deleted post if you want, and so forth. And the good thing here is you have these little question marks that if you're not exactly sure what it is, you can click on them and it'll give you some more information. When creating a new thread, subscribe, because sometimes when you create a new thread and you're not subscribed to it, you won't get emails when things happen to it. So you may want to have that. So every time you create a new thread, you automatically are subscribed. All right, that's really about it there. Email. Okay, send a copy of each outgoing message to dkid@aii.edu. And there is a sent folder inside of Brightspace. So if you come up here to this little email icon, so it says save a copy of each outgoing message to the sent. I mean, this basically is kind of its own little email client inside of Brightspace. So if I click on the email here and then I come over here to email, if I click on a little envelope there, you can see that there's a sent mail option. So if you want everything you send through Brightspace to have, if you want to have a copy of that, then that's what you would check. And then you could come over here to sent mail and take a look. So a few weeks ago, I sent myself a message. I was feeling lonely and I needed a message from someone to feel happy. So I did it. Okay, we'll head back to account settings, go to email. And also this is where you set up your signature. So to do this signature, all I did is I just, I come over here and I just created a table. And then inside of that table, I put the logo and then I just put some stuff in there. And you can, and we talked about that HTML editor, right? That where you can turn it off or not. You can click here and this will show you kind of the HTML of what you've done. And I teach web design. I obviously know all this code. I know what this all means, so I'm able to go in there and tweak things as needed, which is nice. But also sometimes you can get code from other websites and just copy and paste them in here and tweak them however you want. Okay. And then if you send a copy of each outgoing message to yourself, that's kind of like when you email or mail something from inside of Brightspace, that will kind of like CC you in on it, your actual email. So you'll have, you'll email it from Brightspace, you'll get a copy from the sent mail folder, but also you'll get an email in your main school email of what you just sent out. But you don't have to do that. You have those options there. Okay, and then there's my signature that I created just so it looks good and professional. And I can show the external email addresses in the address book. Okay, and I think that was in here as well. Yeah, we got address book, and to be honest, I don't really, yeah, I guess we do have, looks like they're loaded in there, which is good. So you can go into the address book as well, and you're able to find people, which is nice. So anyways, that's it, guys, for the profile. Hope that helped out a little bit. Go in there and make sure you get everything set up. The big ones are, get a picture in there if you have one, but the big one is the time zone. Make sure you get that done. And that's the Americas Chicago. So anyways, oh yeah, of course, the last one, if you want to log out, there you go. That's how you do it. So, alrighty, we'll talk to you later.